The dangerous flood of September the 27th. I don't even like to think about it. I was in that trailer down there that's turned up on its side. That's my regular home. That was my original home. I was sitting in a recliner and I fell asleep. Before I fell asleep, it rained that day all day long. I'm not saying small rain, I'm saying sheets of rain. And the water in the bottoms and fields began to rise and spread. Something woke me up. It wasn't all the rain. It was a noise that I heard from outside my home. It rained so hard, it's still raining at the present. It was coming up through the bottom planks of the deck. And I kept seeing barns, chicken houses, suburban propane tanks, logs, trees, everything. There was trees went down through here. Oh, Lord, have mercy. I think to myself, I better get out of here. And by the time that I got out of that trailer, water was already running in the front door. At that time, there was my old home place, which is my mom and dad's place here. There was a porch on the front of it, a long porch. I sat down on the porch and I watched that water push my mobile home up. I bought that home in '05. When that was put in there, I thought that would be my home from then on, till my days are numbered. But what's sitting down here on us, I have no control of it. And the water began to get higher and higher, and the water got up in the driveway. I didn't know what I was going to do. So I had to stay in that house, which nobody had lived in that house for possibly 2-3 years or more. Mold had settled in it. The roof was leaking, and that house was built in 1947. I was born in '49. My sister was 3 days old when they moved over here in Mom and Dad's house. So I met these people from this organization of Wind and Water. One of them had spotted me after the water went down. They spotted me carrying a ladder, and they said, "Where is he going with that ladder?" And from that day on, things began to take hold. They wanted to present me with a home to live in, something that was livable. I couldn't live in the old house. There's no way. So thankful, knock on wood, that I have a place to go to. If it hadn't been for them through Wind and Water, I don't know what I would have done. I guess like I told one of them, I said, I guess I might have to live under a rock cliff if I didn't have nowhere to go. But thankful, they have, before the mobile home was put in here, they brought a little home. Everybody calls it tiny home. That was my living quarters until this come by. It was a big surprise to me when I seen them bring this one-room tiny home, which they have done for other people in flooded areas and home to stay in until they got settled in a livable place, But I was thankful that I had a place to go to with a roof over my head. Nobody on earth knows that we don't own nothing. We don't own nothing. It is lent to us. There's one person owns everything. We don't know from day to day what's going to happen the next. We don't know what's going to happen the next minute. People lost their homes. They'll never get back. They'll never get what they had in their home back. There's memories. I miss the old house that was here. There's a lot of memories in that old house. I said it many a time thinking, what's coming next? But they didn't leave me out on a limb. They come a long ways with me, which I'm so thankful for everything they do, whatever it may be, day in and day out. The day that they had, I call it open house, I guess you'd call it. This room here where we're sitting now, people standing in the door, maybe one or two outside on the porch. They presented me with the keys to this home. It's a miracle. God sent miracle. We don't know from one day to the next what might come forth. Everybody that's done so much for me, I've been so thankful because I've never had anything like this.